Hi, my name is Rob Hindman. I'm a psychologist at the Beck Institute. For those of you who don't know the Beck Institute, we're a nonprofit organization, and our mission is to improve lives worldwide through excellence and innovation in CBT training, practice, and research. We're actually have an upcoming training that I'm going to be leading, and it's going to be on CBT for anxiety disorders, and it's going to be March 24th to 28th. In this training, what we'll do is we'll focus on one, just the basis of CBT for anxiety disorders, which is the cognitive conceptualization of anxiety, as well as how to conceptualize individual clients. Because one of the things people think about CBT is that you follow a treatment manual and you basically go, okay, here's session one for this client, here's session two, here's session three, versus we want to teach in a more flexible manner where treatment itself is going to be based on the individual client. During the training as well, we'll go over some cognitive interventions for anxiety, like cognitive restructuring. We'll also go over behavioral interventions, where the main one is exposure exercises. In addition to that, we're going to talk about how to focus treatment on specific anxiety disorders. So we'll go over generalized anxiety disorder, panic disorder, social anxiety disorder, and obsessive compulsive disorder. One of the reasons why it's important to learn the most recent information on cognitive behavior therapy, because a lot of the current research goes against how a lot of people were trained. For instance, I supervise a lot of people in CBT, and a lot of my supervisees have been trained that when clients get anxious, you have to first teach them relaxation exercises. And that's in fact the opposite of what we want to do with a lot of our clients. What happens with relaxation exercises is clients learn, if I get anxious at all, I have to do something to make it go away before I can get back to what I'm doing or what's important to me. Versus what we want to teach clients is that anxiety itself is normal, it's not harmful, and you can engage in any kind of activity while feeling anxious. Now, we do teaching relaxation exercises for some clients, usually if they have really poor emotion regulation. But what the majority of our clients are going to learn is how to accept anxiety, how to tolerate anxiety, and how to feel anxious while following through with whatever situation they're fearful of. So like I had a client with social anxiety disorder recently who was actually in a Zoom classes, and what they were fearful of was answering in class. And they thought, well, I'm anxious at the beginning of class, and if I actually turn my microphone on and answer a question, I'm going to get so anxious, I'm not going to, my mind's going to go blank and I'm not going to be able to say anything. So instead of saying, okay, well, let's try to teach you some relaxation so you don't feel anxious and then you can try it out, I wanted this client to learn that they can feel anxious. And when they feel anxious, that anxiety is not going to prevent them from speaking out and saying something coherent. So what we did was I had the client feel anxious. I didn't try to control it. I didn't try to tell them to get rid of it in any way. And then I had them answer a question and see whether or not they actually were able to answer it correctly. They actually were. So what that proved was that they can feel anxious, and just because they feel anxious doesn't mean they can't answer this questions in class. So that goes against what a lot of people learn, in that, okay, you have to make this anxiety go away before you follow through with these certain situations. I want to teach the client it's normal to feel anxious, and I want you to be willing to experience anxiety. So that's just one of the many things that we'll learn in this training. And I really hope to see you on March 24th and look forward to your participation. Take care.